Morning, friends. Welcome to another day of almost daily meditations. Hope you're doing well. And another beautiful day outside, maybe a little cloudy. I think there's possibility of some rain, but maybe that's forecast has changed for today. But I was reading something yesterday about youth and teenagers, and it was just something that came across the news thing that I read, and it was talking about being concerned for the kids that are good all the time. That it was kind of interesting. I didn't really like what it had to say, um, but it said that they, down the road, there would be people that, there's all these repressed things that they haven't dealt with because they haven't rebelled, and then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was thinking about one of the things that I often hear is how so many people feel the need to be perfect in their life. In other words, their presentations, their work, uh, whatever it is that they're doing always has to be perfect. Their behavior, how they look, and maybe that's part of being, serving in a suburban community. But I think that's a real reality. I know with my own kids, seeing them under that pressure to sometimes be perfect. And part of the gift, I think, of being a follower of Christ and being in that mode is we acknowledge daily through our prayer to the Lord's Prayer our brokenness, our imperfection, and that we actually live in a world of imperfection. And that can be something that's really hard to hear, but also when we start to accept that, it frees us a little bit from some of what society thinks that we need to be, and the things that we have. I was thinking of a great song by Billy Joel, "Only the Good Die Young," and he says, "I'd rather laugh with sinners than cry with the saints. The sinners are much more fun." Um, it's a lighthearted. I mean, it's a song that's got some great depth to it, but there is something to that, right? Um, but what really is at the core of that is the vulnerability that we feel that um, when we're with other people and we could acknowledge our sin, our brokenness, our imperfection, there's a vulnerability that we offer to others. Brene Brown talks a lot about this in her work. She tells a great story about how she felt all this pressure to be the perfect mom, and she had this, huge work that she was doing and all these different things. And one time she lied about making cookies for her kids' classroom, and even told someone that she dropped the cookies off, and she hadn't actually done that. And that sense of pressure because she had let down her kid in the classroom by just not saying, "I'm too busy to make cookies." Um, and there's sort of a reality there. So I think it's worth sort of thinking about our vulnerability when we talk to other people, our sense of brokenness, our sense of imperfection, and what that might mean, um, for all of us if we're a little less needing to be perfect all the time in the things that we do. Just something to think about today, and just, what's your imperfection? What does it mean to be vulnerable with others? And how is that living out even the words of the Lord's Prayer? And how is it living out our faith by being more real? Hope you have a great day. God bless, and hope to see you tomorrow.